When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Noles will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. This rivalry is one of the most storied, at least in the modern generation of college football, but last year sort of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth in Tallahassee as it just never was competitive.
It was a dominant win by the Canes. I mean, they had 445 yards. Florida State had 248. This was a beatdown. You could clearly see the balance with Miami's offense, running the football for over 200.
There he goes. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida State's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
On the run, it's Webster. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. A little screen to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's White. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Here's the give off the left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Noles will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Looking for a man. It's back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Going to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Well, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Marriott. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Gibson on the option. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Makes the grab, it's Johnson. Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's going to be in the championship game? So it's not unheard of that you can have a bad season and turn it around. So, Jesse, a lot of examples to point to as they kick off this season.
Yeah, it's critical then to get off to a fast start. They've got to come out here in their first conference game in ACC play and put it all together. Offense has to march the ball, score points. Defense needs to get some stops and create some takeaways and set a standard for yourself throughout the course of the season.
The kick is on its way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute. They do it there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Beck. Firing to the right, complete.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
They'll run play action. Caught behind the line. It's Fletcher. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Bauman. Right down the gut of the field. At the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen, almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start.
And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They kick it away on fourth down. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Bauman. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Now on second down. Trying play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Crosses the 45. The Hurricanes come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's got the back in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Seminoles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. From the gun, they'll try the middle. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's got an open man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Canes are marching down the field. Looking to pass. It's back. It's complete to the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down coming up. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Canes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Got his man on the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Hurricanes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And I've been really impressed with this offense this 1st half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. To the air, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action, maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the returner goes down. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Makes the catch. It's McCoy. It's a running room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Webster. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Looking to buy time. Catch in the middle. It's Webster. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He leaves it with his back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. The defense calls a timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Makes the grab. He found some running room but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 7 over Boise State. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Scanning the field, it's back. Gets it to him on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. They're setting up the screen. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes.
The Hurricanes will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
And I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to Davis. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Copeland. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that goes down as a pass completion. How about the quarterback seeing the fullback, understanding I can get some positive yards here, dumping it off to him to get a small gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Castellanos. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. And the Noles have this offense rolling. Finds the tight end.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Quarterback making checks. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The Noles line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
To the air on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They are controlling the ball. Ninth play of the drive. The inside handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Castellanos. Trying to set up the screen. Wide open spaces. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Here's a hit. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And they can't make the connection.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's back. Finds his back in the middle. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Caught near the sticks, it's Daniels. And And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Canes headed quickly to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're up to a half dozen kicks today.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
They stop him after a 6-yard run after the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's White. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Makes it past the marker. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
They're going to ride this running back. Inside the 45. On the move is the 30. Touchdown, Noles! And here they come, almost all the way back.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking for room, it's Fletcher. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This offense just hasn't found its rhythm in the second half. First half, they kind of got a little something cooking, put some points up. Here in the second half, after halftime, they got the punt, they give up a sack. They've got to get something positive to build some momentum for their squad.
Makes the catch right at the 50. Can they catch him? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over of football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. They've got the screen set up. Almost! And into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took it.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bulldozes his way through.
They're throwing for it in a 2-point conversion. He gets the pick. He's got a convoy. Is he gone? Is it going to be 2 points the other way? He gets tackled across the 50-yard line. Nice job by the defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fletcher. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marion. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Canes will call on their punt team. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The short hands, it's Lucas. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Got a man. It's Pittman. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Just drives it between the uprights. They push the lead to 4 here in the 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bauman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to throw, it's Beck. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. Here's the punt high into the air. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The play action fake. That's caught. It's White. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They punt it away on 4th down. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man, it's Daniels. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He breaks the tackle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Off play action on first down. Looking left. It's complete. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bauman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Beck. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the door. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Canes have pushed it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Got it in the middle, it's Bauman. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Miami! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't. Looking deep. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air, it's Castellanos. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Ordinarily on second and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And a chance, perhaps, to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats, and you take the rankings, and you take the record.